Somewhere beyond the sea.
Somewhere. See, you can't. It's got this half-second delay on Zoom. Zoom is not an artist's medium.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Let's Get Cereal, the weekly show where I, your host, Alyssa Marino, eat cereal, talk about stuff, and sometimes talk to people. Today's people is song and dance man, coffee aficionado, and pro wrestling raconteur, RJ Cité.
That does make me sound like today's people. It does make me sound like more than one person.
You are the man of the people.
I guess so, or I'm just, a real fractured personality. And I'm still not sure who I'm trying to be.
I think it's a process and we're all going through it. But you and I, which I think is very interesting, we're both breakfast people. I got my cereal.
A lot of people eat breakfast. I'm also a lunch and dinner person too. I am a snack person often. Yeah,
but the breakfast aspect, what I'm getting to,
that wild meal,
dang it.
That's taken the world by storm. Go ahead. No, it's good. Sometimes I'm a water person.
This newfangled thing, it's called breakfast.
Hey, you ever see one of these?
Well, speaking of, though, it being a groundbreaking thing, I first became familiar with you through your smash hit series, RJ Makes Coffee in His Underwear.
Yeah, but I don't label myself as a nouveau coffee person.
I didn't say you were nouveau.
You just made it sound like we're on it's like the early stages of the punk movement or something.
We're groundbreakers in our own right. I was going to ask.
No. Let me clarify something. I'm not a groundbreaker. If there's ground broken, I take the dirt and I fill it back up. I put it back. I'm a groundskeeper.
You're a groundskeeper. Okay, That's fair. You keep everything level.
Yes.
But speaking of, your show, what inspired the combination of those two?
Well, I was working with a TV station at the time, CBC, in Canada. I don't know if you're familiar. I had a crafting series where I made I'm one of those crazy craft people, another new thing that people just started doing. And they kept talking about live and things are live streaming and maybe it was, so I had pitched quite heartily. And with these big corporations, you have to go through like a million people and you never know when, like every boss has a boss and you're like, So it never went anywhere. I had a whole thing written. I said, well, to hell with it. I'll just do it myself. I have the technology. They don't own Facebook, certainly, or YouTube. I have these, And I had joked at the time that I was going to stream myself making coffee in my underwear. And Tommy Dreamer, much to my chagrin, commented, everyone else is doing something, just as stupid. You might as well. And I said, well, touche, Thomas. So I thought, let's just do one. And I've been doing it now for, I believe, over 3 years.
Wow.
Which is quite a journey of not doing anything else to take my time away from doing that.
But, it's something where I think you've experienced a lot of different coffees, a lot of different underwear. It's it's the best of both worlds, right?
I think I would have done that anyway.
It's true.
You would be eating cereal if you weren't doing the show, right?
I would still be eating cereal. You know why? Because I'm a breakfast person.
Yeah.
RJ, I'm a breakfast person.
I don't like let's talk about, beyond being a breakfast person, I'm a morning person. You can't get up at 6 p.m. and be a breakfast person.
I think breakfast can be anytime you want it to be, but that's never mind. That's
no, it can't. You can either have morning breakfast or late night breakfast. You can't have lunch breakfast. People having lunch breakfast are idiots.
Isn't that brunch?
Frankly. That's what I mean. It's a whole different thing. Are you
attacking brunchers?
It's a whole different thing.
Oh, I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
We've
taken it out of the category of. So I can't get up past 10 o'clock. I feel like a slob. It makes me feel disgusting.
I'm the same way. I don't like sleeping past double digits. Once I'm in double digits, I'm like, oh, this is a waste of a day. What am I doing?
I feel like I have missed something.
I can understand that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like also something that anyone can take from following you on social media or watching your series is you have a lot of different references and interests. I mean, one of your signature moves was named after the lovely B. Arthur.
Yes.
You strike me very much as an old soul. And what were you like as a kid? Were you always this?
Yeah. It was just this. I have videotapes. It was just this smaller, chubbier. Around my 12th year, there was a kind of a pubic mustache thing. Excellent. The mothers liked me. I was entertaining the parents at the child's birthday party.
You were probably watching the same television shows as the parents.
I was watching the same television shows as the grandparents, and then the parents would go, "Oh, I used to watch that because like Lawrence Welk, for example, okay, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes.
That's not something that is really remembered by people who are alive.
Not often.
Most of the people, like the peak demo of that show is now buried underground.
Oh, Lord.
Right? They're dead. I don't know what to, what do you want from me?
But they passed it along. I'm sure.
I didn't kill them. I mean, it's just
the plot thickens here during this conversation.
Yes. So anytime it used to be like Lawrence Welk, oh, I love that, but now it's like Lawrence Welk, oh, I used to watch that with my grandmother. And then when I'm older, it'll be Lawrence Welk, and they'll say, "Go away, sir."
Lawrence Welk, this guy I used to watch online have coffee in his underwear, used to watch that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
well, considering this fascination, this interest and inspiration, if you could take any star of any bygone era legend of stage or screen and make them your tag team partner, who would you pick?
I would want someone burly, perhaps. Right?
Okay.
Someone, because I feel like I'm a taller, lankier, not as aggressive. I'm a little more passive. Enforcer. I need an enforcer. And so to that extent, I would say the wonderful Ernest Borgnine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent choice. Okay. I'm gonna put a little picture of Ernest.
You're gonna get really?
I'm gonna put a picture.
You're gonna Google Ernest Borgnine?
Well, we're gonna put him in the shot so people can see this is Ernest.
Okay.
This is,
Ernie. Yeah.
Ernie, good old Ernie. Now, okay, so on the same kind of trajectory, say that, the Hollywood muckety mucks, they plan a reboot of any old TV show. I personally...
don't they all the time?
Well, I mean, I'm saying something that's on, something else.
Yes.
I would personally want to be a sassy Lady Columbo, but what would be your dream role?
I'm sorry. Do you know that there was one?
Not
Do you know? Okay, you know how you never saw Columbo's wife?
Yeah.
Well, the spin-off was about his wife. And they were like, it lasted like only a couple episodes. I think it was called like Mrs. Columbo or something. And everyone was like, this is horrible. No one wanted this at all.
I feel like I would do it right.
Well, yeah.
I'd be a distant niece or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you've been kind of like, what was that one? Oh, and Rosie O'Donnell was her aunt. It was a Nickelodeon. It was Harriet the Spy. Yes.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo.
Classic.
It's a real contingent of.
Yeah.
And may I point out, while we're on this topic that I don't know how we got on, there was The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Classic.
Right? But at the exact same time, there was also Alan Strange. It was like the same show.
Yeah. But different demographics.
Yeah,
and
I guess so. And she got hit by that truck and turned into like a Capri Sun person. You know what I'm talking about?
She turned into like golden glittering goo.
Yeah, the producer was like, "Get me the Capri Sun technology. That's what I want her to look like." I said, "That's crazy stuff."
Again, groundbreaking for its time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, speaking of more old television, recently you wrote your own lyrics to the theme song of Night Court. You also reworked.
It wasn't even recently. It's so weird. I did it so long ago.
Well, recently it resurfaced, right? Because the Night Court was trending.
Yes, for some reason Night Court was trending, and I don't even get to see it trending. I see all these people tagging me saying Night Court is trending. RJ is somehow responsible, and then Matt Camp, dear patron of both of us, was. Dug up the video and retweeted it again. There's two versions of it. One I did on my phone. I'm playing the song on my phone.
Yes.
Right. Another one is another YouTuber, Justin Wang. He did I think it was a bass cover of the Night Court theme. And I said, well, I have the lyrics. Let's update it for the kids.
Perfect.
So there's that version too. We did a split screen, and it is a hot number.
A hot number indeed. And you also you reworked the lyrics of Maud for Todd Pettengill.
I did, and I did that in record time. I had less than 20. No, that wasn't off the cuff.
I was gonna say,
it takes me a while to break down the rhyming syllables because I hate the almost rhyme.
Where you have to stretch to believe that it rhymes.
Yeah. And there's rules, I think, in freestyle hip hop where they're very lenient with the almost rhymes. And I hate it. So it took me less than 24 hours notice that I was interviewing Todd. But then I was like, the theme from Maud would do him, I feel, justice. And I hope it did. I'm sure he's forgotten the interview by now, but it did me justice.
It did you justice, and I think it was interactive. I think it was a good time for everybody. So, I want to know what next show opening is on your list to express your creativity, to either write your own lyrics or do maybe an interpretive dance for, I don't know.
I had tried, I don't know if you know this, I've started to do dramatic readings.
Yes.
Of TV themes.
Yes.
And next on my list is, I think, Perfect Strangers.
Jockey and Larry.
Yeah.
Love them.
And that one is just, motivational all the way. Get up and face the world kind of thing. And also, I think The Facts of Life is just a song in my head. And then I go, how can I make this sound as unlyrical as possible?
I feel like it's all in the delivery.
Yeah. It is a trick. You have to unlearn the song of it.
I was doing that with the theme from Mary Tyler Moore,
where
it's like, if I just read this, this song doesn't even feel connected to me anymore.
Yeah, you're like, who is this? But you seem, if I may peg you, like a gal who has maybe watched Mary Tyler Moore and said, gosh, I wish I could go to the middle of a city and just throw my hat into the air.
I just want to do it.
Yeah.
But then I'm also the kind of girl that's like, oh crap, where'd my hat go? And then panics about it. So
right. You never saw it. That's why they paused it.
Freeze frame. You don't see her go after it.
How many times have we met in person? Once? 3?
3?
Yes.
2 or 3, I want to say.
One where I wrestled David.
Yes.
You were there because you did the interviews, right?
I did.
Yes.
Yes.
And then other indie shows?
Yeah, SoCal indie shows. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Sometimes I don't remember.
That's okay.
I've met, you feel like you meet people?
It's the internet.
I guess this is,
I think so.
And here we are.
And here we are. Well, just to wrap it up, and speaking of singing and theme songs, I got to know
we're rapping already? We didn't do the cereal thing? It's the whole thing. We didn't do this thing?
I was just eating.
What are you eating? What are you eating? Should we introduce?
I was just having some honey nut toasted O's.
I picked out this whole bag and I think this perhaps describes me the best.
Tell me.
I didn't grab any old cereal. This is what I eat. Organic puffed Kamut.
What is Kamut?
It's like rice puffs.
Okay.
They don't taste like anything. They're, I don't know if can you see?
Oh, they look almost like banana chips.
But they do not taste like banana chips. Yeah.
Is this becoming an ASMR thing?
No. What's the opposite? Just annoying sounds. No added sugar or salt. No anything. Yeah.
Which is a shame because, I don't think it represents you at all. You're so tasteful.
I am so tasteful. And I'm so full of taste that I cannot bear any more in my body.
That makes so much sense.
It would be as dry as possible.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of singing.
Yeah.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
I've never done karaoke ever. And quite frankly, I feel like maybe I'm too good for it. We just give it away for free. If we're amongst a select group of friends, maybe, but I don't want to just grace a stranger, a non-paying stranger. I get paid to perform. I get paid to sing. I'm going to have some schlub sitting there, gets treated to a free show? The hell is that? No?
sadly understand your logic. I just can't fathom it. Does that make sense? Like, I get it, but it's like, huh?
You can't believe someone would be brazen enough to say that and not do karaoke.
If you were to do karaoke, what would
I
the
was.
song be?
So I have thought about it. I've had numerous near encounters with karaoke. And I thought, gee, I better have a song ready. Because if I did it and then I bombed and I blew it, I couldn't leave the house again.
It's a high standard.
Yeah. So I liked Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin. I thought that's maybe something I could handle. Carolina in the Morning. It's a public domain song. It's from like 1922. The issue is often the songs I want to sing, they probably will not have.
Yeah, you would have to dig deep.
Yeah. Trail of the Lonesome Pine, sung by Laurel and Hardy.
Okay.
See the problem I'm having here?
I do. Probably Beyond the Sea is your best bet.
Yeah.
To break it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
On the flip side, as a performer, I found that karaoke was always insanely stressful for me because I wanted to make sure, I have to nail it. Is it A section, B section, A section, bridge? What's the song structure? Regardless, do I know all the lyrics? Is there a long instrumental that I'm not going to know what to do with myself for? Like,
you care so much that you cannot have fun.
It's not fun.
Right? Because karaoke is almost implied that you don't care. That's why they call it karaoke and not just serious musical performance. Karaoke. And the people who have the most fun at karaoke care the least and are often very bad and know it and revel in it. And it does not bother them. If I'm singing in the shower and I don't think I'm doing a good job, I'm embarrassed.
It's a bad feeling, right?
It's a horrible feeling.
I could have done that better. That execution.
Yeah. And there goes the whole day.
You've really kind of altered my feelings.
Yeah, and
karaoke.
Rip you open as an artist.
Wow. Okay. This is more of a soul-bearing breakfast conversation than I was expecting.
Well, I ended my therapy 4 months ago, and now I've been looking for YouTube programs to come on with enlightened people.
Excellent.
Yes. Things are real good way to get that back.
Who can you tear into next? But honestly, regardless of bearing my soul as an artist or whatever, would just happen, I want to thank you so much for even taking the time to be on the show.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for... I was similarly dreading this. How many times did I ask you, do I need anything? I've watched the show. I see that people don't need anything to be on the show. Nevertheless, I think there's some secret, some code, something I need to know. Because I cannot accept myself as a person. And that's why I am people.
Wow. You are people and multi-layered like an onion people. Before I let you go, where can our breakfast buddies find RJ City? What do they need to know? Tell them where to get you.
Do they want to find me at this point? Isn't it best left unsaid? Put my Twitter maybe.
I'll put it there.
Put my YouTube down there. And just put my name. My name's here. Just type in my name. You'll see a litany of items, and you'll see how many people I can truly be.
RJ City, thank you so much. Let's take them home with a little bit of Beyond the Sea, hey?
Somewhere beyond the sea. Somewhere. See, you can't. It's got this half-second delay on Zoom. Zoom is not an artist's medium.
You're right. I'm really rethinking.
And never again I'll go sailing.
Well, until next time, my breakfast buddies, continue to do your best to be your best, and we'll see you later.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of Let's Get Cereal, my friends. Don't forget, you can be a friend of the show by getting your Let's Get Cereal t-shirt at belowthecollar.com. Subscribe to the Patreon for some exclusive content. And like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And be sure to share with a friend.